जनीवा अक़वामी मुत्तहिदा में पाकिस्तान की तारीखी नुमाइंदगी MNA व वफाकी पार्लियामेंट्री सेक्रेटरी मियां साद वसीम शेख का पाकिस्तान की नुमाइंदगी करते हुए तारीखी खिताब देखिए गुलिस्तान न्यूज़ की इस वीडियो में।
Thank you very much, Ambassador. And now I give the floor to His Excellency Mr. Saad Waseem, Member of the National Assembly and Federal Parliamentary Secretary of Pakistan, followed by Montenegro.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Madam President, Excellencies and distinguished delegates. What a great privilege to address the 16th session of United Nations Conference on Trade and Development. At the outset, allow me to commend Secretary General Madam Grispin and her dedicated team for steering UNCTAD with wisdom, empathy, and conviction. For 6 decades, UNCTAD serves as the conscience of international order, a place where developing countries could speak truth to power, and where ideas of equity and solidarity were translated into policy. From the days of its inception to now, debates on digital divides and debt distress, UNCTAD has remained a steadfast ally of the Global South. Excellencies, Pakistan firmly believes that UNCTAD remains the United Nations principal body for the integrated treatment of trade, finance, investment, and technology, and that is one of the essential pillars of sustainable development. Its research, policy advice, consensus building that helps to continues to guide developing countries in navigating a world marked by volatility and inequality. As we renew its mandate at this conference, Pakistan joins G77 and China in affirming full support for UNCTAD centrality in promoting inclusive, development-oriented globalization. Excellencies, we gather at a moment when the world's economic compass seems adrift. Climate shocks devastate nations least responsible for emission. Conflicts and fragmentation erode trust. Debt burden multiplies even as fiscal space vanishes. That's quite unfortunate that developing countries are paying the price for the crisis they do not made, whether climate, conflict, and contagion. In this context, Pakistan aligns with Group of 77 in China in calling for a strengthened, development-oriented multilateralism rooted in solidarity, a fair and predictable international debt architect, ensuring timely and inclusive restructuring, reforms of international financial architecture and credit rating system that disadvantage developing economies, and the most important, scaled up concession finance for investment in infrastructure, technology, and human capital. The draft UNCTAD 16 document rightly seeks to address these intellect challenges, from debt sustainability to investment facilitation, from digital inclusion to resilient supply chain. Pakistan is ready to support and to build a consensus that brings tangible hope for at least 3.4 billion people living in countries that spend, unfortunately, more on debt servicing than on education and health. And that is quite alarming. Our national poet and philosopher reminds us the world is incomplete until the oppressed are free. Let me reiterate Lama Iqbal's beautiful words. The world is incomplete until the oppressed are free. Today, economic justice is the freedom that our nation seeks. Excellencies, In recent years, Pakistan's government has taken difficult but necessary reforms to restore macroeconomic stability and revive growth. What we have done is we have stabilized our currency by reducing fiscal deficit through prudent management and reforms. We have implemented a homegrown reforms agenda supported by partners, is focused on revenue mobilization, transparency, and governance. Investment facilitation is being prioritized through special economic zones to attract sustainable foreign direct investment in manufacturing, renewable energy, and technology. The Benazir Income Support Program has been expanded to protect millions and millions of vulnerable households. Through Digital Pakistan Initiative and National AI Strategy 2024, we are investing in humans, in human capital, and preparing our youth for digital economy. On the climate front, Pakistan is implementing large-scale resilient projects to safeguard communities and ecosystem. These actions demonstrate our conviction that economic sovereignty and social justice must progress together. Excellencies, Pakistan's development vision is inseparable from our belief in multilateralism, in dialogue, in cooperation, and in fairness, as we believe that these are the true engines of peace and prosperity. As we chart UNCTAD next 4-year course, Pakistan pledges its unwavering support for the organization, work in empowering development countries to harness trade, investment, technology for inclusive growth. Excellencies, I need your kind attention. We must ensure that globalization becomes a partnership for all, not a privilege to few. Let me reiterate once again that we must ensure that globalization becomes a partnership to all, not a privilege to few. Not a privilege to few. Lastly, let us leave Geneva with renewed unity and purpose so that in the spirit of the United Nations Charter, we may promote economic advancement of the people and truly leave no one behind. I thank you very much. Pakistan Zindabad.
Thank you very much, Excellency. Now I give the floor to Her Excellency